So this is a story about crime and punishment and redemption and forgiveness and rehabilitation and kindness and love all wrapped into one. We did a story about a woman named Chanda Williams, and she is a yoga teacher with the Prison Yoga Project. She's been going into San Quentin prison in California and teaching yoga to the inmates. I first heard about the Prison Yoga Project when I went to a yoga class that was raising money for the Prison Yoga Project, and I got to hear about all the great work that they do. And I thought, wouldn't it be great if we can get a camera behind the walls of a prison to see some of these teachers in action? So I reached out to the Prison Yoga Project. They were more than happy to help us. It took us a little while to get into San Quentin, but once we did, everything was great. And the inmates were great. They were very welcoming to us. They were happy to share their stories and their experiences.
In the past 7 years, yoga has changed me in the way I think and the way I feel and how I can just be present with what's going on in my body.
And they were happy to talk about Chanda and all the wonderful work she does, not just teaching yoga, but also, offering kindness. San Quentin is certainly a notorious prison. It is the oldest prison in California. It has at any given time, it's housing about 3,500 inmates. Scott Peterson is there. He's been there since 2005. If you've been watching the Netflix documentary, The Trials of Gabriel Fernandez, one of the defendants in that case, Isario Agori, he is currently there after he was sentenced to death for the killing of little Gabriel. And Charles Manson was there for a while. Some of the prisoners that we interviewed have been in San Quentin for a very long time, and some of them realize that they're never going to leave San Quentin because of the crimes that they committed. And I was surprised at how positive they were, even though some of them had a life sentence. They were positive, they were sociable, they still want to make the most of their time behind bars and set an example for other prisoners. If you are using yoga as part of your rehabilitation, one of the things it kind of forces you to do is look inward to get clear about, why you made certain decisions and how to not repeat this behavior in the future.
Coming from impoverished neighborhood, dealing with the things that goes on in those type of neighborhoods, I've developed a real heightened sense of fight or flight. That's what my body always did. So what yoga helped me to do was dial that back, see what situations was really dangerous and what ones I was making up.
I guess it shouldn't have surprised me that they were very open about their actions and their pasts, but they were, and it was refreshing. And I really thought that people who watched them could really learn something.
I'd gone through probably every possible stage of, grief and anger and rage and fear, and realizing that, there's a possibility in all likelihood that some of the students who I've practiced yoga with over these 6 years may be infected and may actually die.
There might be some people out there who are saying, why are people like Chanda doing what they're doing? Why are they advocating for, this part of the population?
I have a significant number of participants in my class who are senior citizens, people who have chronic conditions. Any society is always judged by how it treats its most vulnerable. And I think we're better than this.
The thing that the advocates really want to put out there and the message they want to get across is to just have compassion, because yes, all the people who ended up in San Quentin may have done something really awful, but one action is already costing them time in prison, but it shouldn't have to cost them their life. And there is a possibility for redemption and rehabilitation, and they should be given that opportunity to, at least live to achieve that behind bars.
This is Inside Edition Digital.